Good morning, happy Sunday, happy quotes and coffee to all of you. So here's my quote. This is the real deal. Sunday morning, journaling, real deal, laundry, getting ready for lunch, snowing outside here in Colorado. So here we go. Quote for February 9th, 2020. You need not to ignore what everyone else is doing and achieving. Your life is about breaking your own limits and outgrowing yourself to live your best life. You are not in competition with anyone else. Plan to outdo your past, not other people. I think it's hard. I think it is hard to, one, find enough time to get quiet, to figure out what it is you want to do, what part of your life you love, what part feels hard, and you should be doing something different. So what I will tell you is part of the reason why I thought about this quote is it's occurring to me as I'm doing these interviews with these people who I find to be extraordinary or who have overcome, is I find it interesting that when you talk about a certain point in time, they talk about, well, I knew it was right, or I knew it was meant to be, or I can look back. And the common theme is when they decided to live life their own way, or to embrace whatever it is that they were going through, or to be brave enough to carve out their own path. And I think so many times, especially with social media, we can compare our lives, or we can see what others are doing, and you think, okay, I want to do that. That looks fun, or that looks safe, or that's what's expected. And I think that's dangerous, because we wake up one day and we don't feel fulfilled because we're trying to live somebody else's life, or we're trying to achieve somebody else's goals. So while I was journaling, I got a call from one of my best girlfriends, Caroline, and I was sharing with her my quote. And I said, what does this mean to you? And for her, it's interesting. She's always been highly successful and likes to win. She said right now for her in her life, it's actually letting go of the ego. She is taking a bit of a break from work and is having to do life very differently. She's staying home with the kids. She's helping her husband. They're kicking off a new business. And it feels so different. So right now, her challenge to herself is really just letting go of that ego and letting this be enough for right now. So I think we all have stuff that's going on. I think it's all things we're facing. So I guess what I encourage you to do is to find time to get quiet, determine what it is you want, even if it's hard, and being willing to carve out your own path. That is that for today. Very excited about this week. I'm gonna release another video. One of my good friends shares his journey and story about finding out at 20 weeks that his wife would have a Down syndrome child. So what does that journey look like from hearing those words to acceptance to then having it now be 11 years later and all of the gifts that you receive along that path and journey. So super excited to share that with you. In the meantime, if you're in Colorado, stay warm, cozy up, and have a great rest of your weekend.